Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coo's is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
Kosh's Bazaar has an unconventional inventory for the discerning geek collector. Comic book-related collectibles, vintage New Orleans items, militaria, and plenty for your mundane friends. Kosh's Bazaar, 5727 Jefferson Highway, the Unflea Market.
Leave the smoke behind and come chase the clouds at the Vaping Tiger in Metairie. The Vaping Tiger has everything to suit your vaping needs, from starter kits to advanced devices. We specialize in handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices designed to tickle the most fickle taste buds. Come see us at 2812 Athenia Parkway, one block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. That's the Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway, and at vapingtiger.com. Come out of the smoke and join us in the clouds.
Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
Good afternoon, New Orleans. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Coming to you live from the tubbyandcoos.com studios. This is David D. Squared with
Brian Held.
How the hell are you, buddy?
Hey, man, happy anniversary.
For what?
Today makes 1 year we've been on Fox Sports.
Really?
Really.
They didn't give me any flowers? I was not made aware of this great anniversary you speak of.
Well, I keep track of these things.
Bouquet. I want a cookie bouquet. Balloon, something.
So,
ticker tape parade.
Yeah, so that's 1 year, man.
Yay, us.
All right. So how can folks find us out there?
As always, we strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. Check out the website, twigradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio and the Instagrams, The Week in Geek. Now, Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, once we're off the air, we're going to load this up on Spreaker.com, or you can download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. You can also check us out on YouTube, iTunes, and at FoxSportsAM1280.com. And for a bunch of folks out there right now, 66 followers, you can see us on Periscope. Yeah, we're broadcasting live to the net.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Let's see if Skungy's answering his phone. Hey, it's ringing.
Oh, nice.
He won't even know what hit him.
Oh, geez.
If he curses, we're in trouble. So normally we'd say at this point we go to our boy Skungy and his pick of the week, but now I can literally say I can fire his ass.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You have reached the voicemail box.
Oh, my God, he's fired. That's it, man. Game over, man.
Well, hey, actually, there's some other things I do need to talk about before we got to Skungy.
Okay.
First, thanks to Contraflow. We were out there all last weekend, emceeing some panels,
yes.
Doing panels. It was a lot of craziness, a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, you were doing a lot of the panels. I totally left you hanging high and dry on Sunday.
You did, man. You were supposed to be in that 3:00 panel. And
I got bored.
Yeah, So, once again, thanks to those guys, all the staff and volunteers out there. We had a wonderful time. We can't wait till next year. And, Dave.
What?
We're going to be at Louisiana Comic-Con in Lafayette this weekend.
We are?
We are.
Let's go to one in Florida.
Those are all closed.
Oh, boo.
Yeah. So, guys, this weekend, Louisiana Comic-Con, Ernie Hudson is going to be out there. Jeremy Bullock, he was Boba Fett. Sean Patrick Flannery, Deep Roy. Tons of other different guests who are on the list. I know our boy Derek Donovan, Marvel Comics, Image DC artist. He's going to be out there doing, sketches and all that good stuff. You can find out more information at Louisiana Comic Con, Lafayette.com. Over 100 vendors, different panels. There's an upstairs panel room. There's the main stage. costume contest with prizes, man.
What?
Oh, yeah. There's going to be prizes for stuff on the show floor and GameStop gift certificates.
We haven't been to this one, have we? We went to CypherCon. That was different, so this is different.
Well, we went to Mississippi Comic-Con. It's the same folks that run it. Right. But we have not been to this one. No, it's our first time. And gaming. There's going to be a ton of gaming out there, tournaments, Magic the Gathering, all that good stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
All right, yeah, and I'm bringing my kid.
Yes, you are.
So that means I got to stay sober.
Bring your kid every time, Dave.
No.
I like DJ more than I like you.
Oh, I like your wife better.
Uh-huh.
All right, without much further ado, geez, that came out really wrong. Let's go to our boy Skungy and his pick of the week. Awkward.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
He might be an idiot savant.
Woohoo! Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
Nothing much, Mr. Awkward there.
Yeah, you're fired. I called you, you didn't answer. What the hell, man? Every week, same time, same bat channel. All right, I understand you're working, so let's get into it because I don't want to mess up your day.
No, that's all right. Just so the pick of the week is Gears of War 4.
Cool. All right.
So Gears of War 4 Ultimate Edition actually will release tonight at 11 o'clock. Now, the standard edition of the game does not release until Tuesday.
Okay. So that means you're working late tonight then?
Yeah, I'm working late tonight.
So
I'm at the store right now.
Is it coming out for the dirty PC? Is that releasing at midnight?
Yes, it will come out. Well,
not midnight.
It will eventually, because if you buy it digitally, Xbox has this thing called Play Anywhere, where if you buy an Xbox One exclusive, you will be able to, you buy it digitally on the Xbox, you can play it on the PC for free.
Wow.
And it saves your progress, so you start one level on the Xbox, and then you save your game, and you can pick it up on the PC if you want to.
Yeah, but who'd want to do that?
Yeah, I know. Just those dirty PC players.
They're so awful. So, I mean, tell us about the gameplay. I mean, what's going on?
It's not more the same, is it?
Okay. They've revamped. Now, the only downfall of this game, I think, is the campaign. The campaign's a little bit more of the same when it comes to the campaign. They had a lot of potential, and it kind of fell flat. It's set years after the events of Gears of War 3. Marcus Phoenix is an older man, and it's more about his son and his son's friends who have a squad against a new enemy. So the campaign falls a little flat sometimes. It seems to just drone on a little bit, doesn't...
Yeah,
there's a lot of potential that they could have done, but they just didn't play around with it. Where this game shines, though, is its multiplayer and its horde mode.
So isn't that really the focus on this stuff, is multiplayer?
You know, traditionally it's been the campaign, but it seems the horde mode, which is horde mode 3.0, is really where people have started playing the game more. It's kind of like a tower. You're sitting there and you have a base and you're defending your base after waves and waves and waves of enemies. They've revamped it a little bit where there are now classes where there's like a assault class, there's like a scout class, and then there's like an engineer class who goes around fixing the base. And you have just waves of enemies, and like every 10th wave is like a boss. So it's not just, all these drones are coming in. No, you're going to have to fight an actual boss after wave 10. So that's always been fun. And then there's the standard versus mode, which is a team plays versus mode, and they have this really cool, it's like a dodgeball type. They call it dodgeball because if one of your teammates are eliminated and you kill another teammate, they get to come back in.
Yay.
That's cool.
So it's a really cool little version, little mode of it. So it's fun, you know? It's a fun game. Gears of War has always been about having fun. It's a bloody mess. I mean, they're chainsaws on the end of their guns.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not going to be necessarily the nicest, cleanest game.
So, prices, platforms, Skungy?
Well, the thing is, the Ultimate Edition is available today. The Ultimate Edition is $100. And this is something that seems to be happening a little bit more in gaming. There's a version of a game that comes out a little bit earlier for a higher price. Now, this one, you get it 4 days early, and it comes with the season pass and all the extra stuff that's going to come with it. And you get to play it 4 days early. They're going to do the same thing with Battlefield as well. but so you get it a couple of days early, and you get all the season pass. That's $100. If you want the standard edition, it comes out on Tuesday, and it's $60.
Where's the statue? Where's the art book? Where's all the...
There's no collector's edition. It's just the... Well, I mean, the season pass for these things are normally about $40 to $50. So,
right. Okay.
So you're paying basically for that. They didn't come out with a collector's edition for this particular one, which they haven't since the third one.
That's just lazy promotions. Just lazy.
We know a game that's coming out that's got a collector's edition attached to it. Yeah.
What?
But you're hinting at something.
Yeah, Wasteland 3. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit because we've got a special guest in studio. So,
Only our Periscope listeners can see.
Yeah.
Our listeners can see. That makes no sense whatsoever. All right, Skungy, I guess you're hired again.
Fantastic.
Yeah, all right, get off the show. You're fired.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have fun. All right, Brian. Who's coming up next?
So, excuse me. Next, we're going to have Miss Haley Stone from Viking Random House. She is the author of Machinations and Counterpart, to kind of future dystopian type novels that we got a chance to preview. And we're going to be talking to her all about it when we get back from these short commercial messages.
Nice. Yeah. Dude, I got another book. Like, I don't know, I'm getting sent books here now that I'm producing the morning show. It's
really?
Like about werewolves and Bigfoot.
Come on.
Big feets. Hairfoot.
Oh, geez.
All right, guys, stay tuned. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
This report is brought to you by the Center for Disease Control.
Traffic is back up to Terry Parkway now on the Crescent City connection coming to the East Bank. A disabled 18-wheeler has the exit to I-10 East from the Lakebound Expressway closed. And as you make your way out to Metairie, got an accident in the two right lanes, I-10 West at West End, so you'll want to avoid I-10 West. And if you're coming in from Metairie, we've got heavy traffic due to an accident on the Riverbound Expressway at Chapatulas. I'm Lisa Baque. Follow us on Twitter at Total Traffic NO.
Zika is being spread by mosquitoes. Protect yourself, your community, pregnant women, and our next generation. There are actions you can take. Go to cdc.gov/prevent Zika to learn more. Together we can fight Zika and protect our babies.
As a small business owner, you make every dollar count. So what could you do with $10? Go to Vistaprint.com today and you'll get 500 high-quality custom business cards for only $9.99. That's less than 2 cents per card. And at Vistaprint, your satisfaction is absolutely guaranteed. So it's never been easier to turn 500 strangers into connections. Just visit Vistaprint.com and use promo code 5151 at checkout. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code 5151.
This report is brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life.
Good-looking stretch of weather underway here for the Gulf Coast and our neighbors in East Florida battling wind, rain, and storm surge flooding from powerful Category 4 Hurricane Matthew tonight. Our low down to 75 degrees, sunshine Friday, 91. I'm Scott Laurie Moore, the Weather Channel on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
While many rose up with violence, he sat down for peace. Mahatma Gandhi reached out with the strength he cultivated within his soul. So, pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Our 2016 iHeartRadio Music Festival is now music history. 20 of the biggest artists in the world, 2 nights on one stage in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Britney Spears, Florida Georgia Line. Give it up!
Now, experience the festival on television and get an exclusive look backstage on a 2-part CW broadcast special.
Watch our iHeartRadio Music Festival tonight and tomorrow at 8 on NOLA 38, the CW.
Opportunity is knocking on your floor. Right now at the Home Depot, get great savings on the latest trends in flooring. Great looks for every room in your home. Wood, vinyl, and tile. Like Portland Stone Ceramic Tile, starting at just 78 cents a square foot. Modern, durable tile that gives you the beautiful natural look of stone for the price of tile. But whatever you choose, hurry. Opportunity and these savings won't be knocking long. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. valid through October 30th.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coo's is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
Kasha's Bazaar, located at 5727 Jesson Highway, across from Red, White, and Blue. Geeky collectibles and more. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Kasha's Bazaar. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jesson Highway, the unflea market.
My name is Optimus Prime, and you are listening to
Starscream here, and you are listening to The Week in Geek, Fox Sports, 1280 AM. Call me Lord.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
D Squared.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
So, hey, we're not going to keep her on the line any longer. Joining us now is Miss Haley Stone, author of Machinations and Counterpart. Hey, Haley, how are you?
Great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Most definitely. So, you have this these books now. We got a copy. We checked it out, and it seems kind of like this Terminator meets the Matrix, but in a better ending, like where I really wanted it to go. Right? Like, tell me about this. What's going on?
Yeah. So I get the Terminator comparison a lot, and it's actually funny because when I originally wrote the book, I had not even seen the Terminator.
Wow.
I'd heard of it, of course, but
okay.
So it does have the robot apocalypse scenario. The machines, in trying to obey their command to end all war, they decide, well, we'll take out the things that are creating the war, which happens to be the people.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
Yep. And a woman ends up becoming this resistance icon just almost through luck, and as a result, everyone's looking to her, and then in the first few pages of the book, she dies.
Oh yeah.
So that causes some difficulties, some problems, and her clone basically takes on her role, but not many people knew that she even had a clone prepared, so it's kind of a secret. And so she's trying to step back into this life that she doesn't even fully remember.
No, and I thought that was such a great twist, right? That, you've got this clone and there's this kind of patchwork of memories that, they were able to kind of get into her, but it wasn't a full download of those memories. So she's trying to piece it together. I mean, I thought that was a really cool twist.
Thank you. Yeah, I've always been interested in the idea of, doppelgangers, clones, yourself but other. And part of this comes from, like, Mass Effect 2, I enjoyed tremendously, and the idea of, bringing Shepard back from the dead, but is it really Commander Shepard? And so I kind of wanted to explore that sense of identity of, am I who I think I am?
Right. So you've got, let's see, Machinations came out in July, and Counterpart comes out next week on Tuesday, right?
Correct, yeah.
Are you aiming on a trilogy for this, or is there more in store?
I do have ideas and plans for book 3. I don't have a release date yet for that, but it is something that I am working on. Because Counterpart does have a bit of a cliffhanger.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
So now both of these books are in ebook format. And tell me about that. Like was that a choice on your part to only do ebook, or is there going to be an eventual print copy, or how's that work?
Well, with the publishing industry today, digital ebooks, especially with regards to science fiction and fantasy, instead of mass market paperback, which used to be very popular, it's now becoming more digital. They're making the move to digital. And so I ended up signing a contract with Hydra, which is the digital-only imprint of Random House.
Okay.
So it's close to Del Rey and those imprints, but it is only digital. But you tend to reach a lot of people due to the pricing.
Yeah,
of the ebook.
Right. No, you save a couple of bucks. Haley didn't hear you, Dave. Go for it.
I just said Hail Hydra.
Right.
Hail Hydra.
I can't resist making that joke either.
No,
when I
cool.
first signed with them, I was like, hashtag Hail Hydra.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, it's great. So, I mean, what is? Tell me about you. What is your geeky interest? I mean, obviously,
Mass Effect.
Your Mass Effect and dystopian universes. But I mean, what's your general geekiness?
I love all things sci-fi, fantasy. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. Right now I'm playing Witcher 3, so
Nice.
now I'm a Witcher fan.
No, yeah, the Witcher series is fantastic. So, so you've mentioned two fantasy genres that you like. Are any ideas on a fantasy story that we could see out of you?
Oh, plenty. I'm not sure I can talk about any of the ideas yet.
It's okay.
But
Nobody's
I
listening.
did have an idea for a story that was sort of like, imagine The Witcher, but taking place in a pseudo-American Revolution setting.
Ooh.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
I've been kind of describing it as The Witcher meets Hamilton the musical, minus the songs.
Minus the song.
Well, alternative history fiction is real big. I mean, we've had Harry Turtledove on the show more than once. And
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
The Assassin's Creed game was really great with the whole Revolutionary War theme. That was a big one, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sad I didn't make it to that one. I'm still making my way through those games. I think I'm on Brotherhood.
Yeah, you're going to have to
Great
log
games,
a
though.
lot of hours in that game. You got to run around just collecting pelts for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I do, apart from sci-fi, my favorite other genre is historical fantasy. So hopefully I'll be able to get some historical fantasy out there someday.
So, Game of Thrones?
I love Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Thank you.
What?
Who doesn't like Game of Thrones?
So, all right, Haley. Well, tell me all the places that folks can find your book and find you.
Okay, well, they can always reach me either at Twitter, at Haley_Stone. My name's spelled a little differently than most Haleys. Hayley. They can also find me at hnstoneauthor.com. That's my website. I also have an official Facebook page. You can get through that through my website. All my books are available through all the major e-retailers, so Amazon, iTunes, Kobo, Nook, etc.
Okay, that's cool. Awesome. Well, we're going to put some links out there on our Facebook page. Make sure people check you out. And if hold on a second for us. All right.
And Hail Hydra.
And Hail Hydra, most definitely.
Hail Hydra.
Haley, thank you so much for your time. Just hang on. Guys, when we get back after the break, our special in-studio guest, Mr. Matt Finley from NXL Entertainment, is going to tell us all about what's cooking over at NXL. It's awesome stuff. Guys, stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
This report is brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Accident has been moved down to the roadway on I-10 West at West End. However, delays are backed up to Terry Parkway coming to the east bank of the connection, and delays are back to St. Bernard Avenue on I-10 West. We also had a wreck on the Riverbound Expressway at Chapatulas. Those lanes are now open, but those delays are still backed up into the Metairie area coming in from Jefferson to the CBD. Also watch for heavy traffic on I-10 East on the Spillway. Looks like we've got an accident near milepost 213. I'm Lisa Baque. Follow us on Twitter at Total Traffic NO.
Someone you know is suffering from Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. They're dealing with excruciating pain and days when they won't be able to get out of bed. Help someone you know and support the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America at ccfa.org.
Janet just saved some money buying a new car, and now she's feeling confident.
Thanks for calling the Laughing Bone.
I'd like to sign up for an improv comedy class.
That's because she used TrueCar to see what others paid for the same car. She then connected with a TrueCar certified dealer and saved $3,500 off MSRP. Yep, Janet is feeling pretty confident.
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
R.
No, it is the sea we love.
Oh, boy.
When you're ready to buy a new or used car, visit TrueCar.com or download the TrueCar app.
Top appliance brands like GE, Samsung, and LG have a new home. JCPenney now sells major appliances in select stores and at jcp.com/appliances. From washing machines and dryers to refrigerators and more. Save up to 30%. Plus, get 30-month special financing on purchases of $7.99 or more after discounts with your JCPenney credit card. Get free delivery and basic installation on purchases over $2.99. That's getting your pennies worth. JCPenney. Subject to credit approval. Must request at time of purchase. See store associate for details. Available in select stores. Financing terms valid 9/25 to 10/10.
The sizzle of a steak on the grill, the crashing of waves on the beach, and whatever that is. At iHeartMedia, we've harnessed the power of sound in a way that can help you expand your reach to a new group of target customers and grow your business through customized and effective advertising. Big or small, local, regional, or looking to go national, our iHeartMedia consultants are ready to help. Call 844-BUY-RADIO or go to iHeartMedia.com.
So many of you thought about becoming teachers when you were little. Well, it's time to put it back on your list. Innovative things are happening in teaching today. Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Teach.org. Make more. Teach.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
Kasha's Bazaar has an unconventional inventory for the discerning geek collector. Comic book-related collectibles, vintage New Orleans items, militaria, and plenty for your mundane friends. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jefferson Highway, the Unflea Market.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway. 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
This is Captain Kells, Tim Russ. You're listening to The Week in Geek, Fox Sports 1280.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with...
The Wanderer. The Wanderer.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the Wanderer.
All right, guys, we're not going to mess around here. We're going to get right into it. Our in-studio guest...
Is who?
Mr. Matt Finley, president of In Exile Entertainment. How you doing, man?
Fantastic to be here and see you again.
Oh, no, we love having you come into the show, man. This is great. So you've got a big announcement, right? Something just happened yesterday that you came to talk about. What's going on?
Yeah, so I guess riding the wave of our 3 previous crowdfunding successes, we've just launched an exciting new crowdfunding campaign for Wasteland 3.
Well, and
boom!
I know, and the numbers are insane. I saw you checking it earlier in the show.
Yeah, where we at? Well, because we want to take credit for it.
What's the goal?
So we are attempting to raise $2.75 million.
Okay.
And in the first 2 days so far, we've achieved 82% of that goal.
Wow.
It looks like the number as of... I keep checking this thing about every 2 minutes throughout the course of a day. I can't help myself.
Oh, well, yeah, no. I mean, that's a big deal, man. That's your whole job,
It's
right?
like Monopoly money for you right now, huh? You're like,
A little bit. I was tracking how much it had gone up during my streetcar ride over here to the station.
Right, and when we checked at the beginning of the show, it was like 2.4. So.
Yeah, it's about 2.4 million, about 12,000 people in backing it so far. But this crowdfunding campaign is a little bit different than the way we've done it before.
Yeah, it's not Kickstarter or Indiegogo or any of the platforms that we're used to. What is this?
Yeah, so it's sort of a new day in crowdfunding. We had tremendous success with the Kickstarter ones between the Wasteland, the Torment Tides of Numenera, and Bard's Tale 4. We've raised well over $10 million. But it really didn't seem like it was going to be a long-term sustainable business model for us because the space is so crowded. I mean, you've seen Kickstarter and how many products go through there.
Right.
We needed something that was going to be something that could carry us forward for not just Wasteland 3, but the products we're doing after that.
Right.
So the one thing that people were saying all the way back to Wasteland 2 days when they were funding us was, wouldn't it be great if I could pledge the money and then get a piece of the action when you guys start selling the game?
Oh, yeah.
That was something that wasn't legal at the time, but now it is.
Yeah.
So you'll find Wasteland's crowdfunding on a new crowdfunding platform called Fig.
And that's fig.co.
Yeah, fig.co.
It's one of them weird addresses.
So they couldn't afford the M? What? You got $2.8 million and they can't afford an M?
Come on, Dave.
Stupid internet.
Yeah, fig.co.
Yes.
Fig.co, okay.
But so, I
Figco, it sounds like an underwear company.
Oh, come on now. So I went and checked it out. It's really cool. It's laid out. It looks a lot like Kickstarter, right, in all the levels, but there's an extra little button there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like we're running two separate campaigns at the same time. If you on the main page, you're going to see something that looks very familiar to everyone that's backed things on Kickstarter with the traditional rewards and copies of the games and collector's editions. T-shirts and statues and all the things.
Yeah,
like.
swag.
Yeah. They got dog tags.
There are dog tags.
Yeah.
Y'all talk. I'm going to check it on the internet. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So in addition to that sort of traditional crowdfunding campaign, there's also an opportunity to invest in Fig.
Okay.
So all the information as to how all of this works is readily available on the website, and the website will probably explain it in a much clearer fashion than I will, but I'll try to give you the short version of how it works. Yeah. Essentially, Fig is sort of a community-powered publisher, is the way they see it. So all the people that buy into Fig shares get to participate in the revenue generated from the game, and that revenue gets generated from Unit 1. That first dollar made, money starts going back out to the investors. So it's not like it's not tied to profit.
Right.
How much money we make how much money we spend making the game isn't really relevant. It all comes out of the share they get from $1.
Right. Okay.
And we don't want to do a lot of wild projections to talk about how great the investment is, but we can say if Fig had existed and people had funded Wasteland 2 in this way, all of the investors would have been left very happy.
Yeah? Like how happy?
Like happy.
Okay. Don't have exact numbers on it, but Wasteland 2 did like $12 million, right?
Yeah.
And that's still going. It's like you still get people buying the game, right?
There is still revenue being generated from it. As you know, our business is very front-loaded. You know, what happens in that first 6 months is kind of everything. Wasteland 2 had the luxury of getting a second release as well because we got to work on it for another year, and we put out that special edition director's cut of it and released it on consoles at that same time. And that's kind
consoles.
That's just for you.
Yeah.
And we announced recently that we're doing the console versions of Torment Tides of Numenera as well. And Bard's Tale is consoles are interesting to us, but for Wasteland, we're announcing it from the get-go that is the intent to get it onto all those platforms.
And if we can just jump into the game for a second, I want to get back to the investment, but so we got consoles right out the gate. Vehicles, isn't that new?
Yeah, vehicles are new. That's one of the big additions. We want to leave all of that turn-based, super tactical, strategic combat, and then adding weapons that you can use to not only get around the world, but using them in combat as turrets and hopping out of the car. And in the video that's on the website, you can see a little sort of demo of the way the combat is going to work. And they're running over and opening the car doors and using them for cover, and it gives a lot of different options.
No, that's cool. And then multiplayer,
yeah. So we've been very inspired by some of the other games in the role-playing genre that have done some cool things with multiplayer, and it's time for multiplayer to come to the Wasteland universe.
That's huge.
Yeah, and the best thing about it from my point of view is this is something that we're committing to at the start of this thing. So we have a chance to not try to add it on as an extra feature when we're 2 years into developing it. We can sort of design everything because it's really, really important that Wasteland 3 at its core is an amazing single-player experience.
Right.
Because to be true to the predecessors, it has to be. But we want to be able to do some very innovative things with the multiplayer. So you can play with a friend, and you can play cooperatively, or if you are adversarial, you could mess
Why are
with
you looking at
people.
me? What are you?
This is not my first time here.
Okay.
Well, cool. All right. Well, I let's get back to the investment side. We didn't fully flesh that out.
Yeah,
so,
this is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how I want to invest? How do I invest in this game?
So, what you do is you go on to the FIG site and you click the magic invest button, and it'll take you through the steps. The nutshell version of it is that you basically can buy $1,000 shares in FIG, a little FIG LLC that they set up for the purposes of this product, and all of the revenue that the product generates goes through them.
Okay.
And they're taking, there's a sort of think of it like a 31% royalty off the top of the money that comes in for every unit sold, being dispersed right to those people that have made those investments based upon how many units you have.
Nice. And so it's quarterly distribution?
Yeah, they're doing quarterly distributions.
And that's for a period of 3 years.
Well, it's 3 years from the funding moment to the game shipping, because that's how long it takes us to make these things.
Okay.
And then from the first moment in time we start getting revenue in the door, it's going out to these investors.
Okay, cool.
And it's making the crowdfunding model just sort of long-term more sustainable for us, because it's harder and harder to get the crowd to come up 3 years early and lay down their $50. People are getting more and more skeptical, and they'd rather kind of wait and see. There's already an example of a game that tried to do a $300,000 raise on Kickstarter, and they failed because they just didn't have enough people to go in there and lay down their $30. But launching it on FIG with that same small number of people who wanted a copy of the game, they were able to get investment in and raise the full $300,000 in funds so they can make the game. So it's allowing games to get made that otherwise wouldn't have had a chance.
Well, and that's probably good for startups, right? I mean, you guys are established. You've been around for a long time. You're a known quantity. You put out quality products. So you have that established fan base. But if Dave and I design a game, God help us, it would probably be tough, right? We wouldn't have the same kind of name.
I have the title, Boob Quest.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
You had to go there.
Yes. It's the only place I go.
All right. No. So fig.co, I was super impressed. I thought it was a really cool, design and layout, and it was very friendly to me. It's having seen lots of Kickstarters and Indiegogos, all that. So I was real familiar. But definitely some unique stuff in there. And I was kind of, impressed. The pledge levels go all the way up to like 5K.
Yeah. So we know with our fan base, having done 3 of these crowdfunding cycles before, that some of them are really hardcore.
Right.
And they want to participate in the development process. They want to design a weapon. They want to design a quest. And we toyed with the idea of maybe with the investment being available, those traditional larger ones wouldn't be as attractive. But the fans have pretty much let us know that, they still want to do those things.
No, that's cool. And it's great that the opportunity's out there. And, of course, all the way from just the game itself at the lowest levels, and then all the different collector's editions. Wow. So is it pretty much from like right now, like today, in 3 years from today, we'll see this game?
Yeah, that's pretty much kind of our standard cycle. We have a sort of a long lead-in pre-production period where we're working everything out, all the design elements, and pretty concrete production plan. And then the team sort of gradually grows to its full size, and our standard full team dev cycle is 24, 26 months.
Okay.
Is that what that little map is at the bottom of the of the fig.co thing right here? That little map? Can you see? My chair.
I can see. That map is actually going to be for some of our stretch goals.
Oh, the design and encounter?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm writing one.
So there needs to be an encounter of a shack with an antenna in the wasteland, and there's 2 radio talk show hosts
trying to murder each other.
Well, I mean, from Wasteland 2 that the radio played a huge role in our land, and we will be casting radio voices.
We in our own fish bowls.
Yeah.
Like I was fighting fish.
We'd be happy to audition for you.
Oh, my God, Brian. Have you no shame?
No, I don't.
Okay, just checking.
So, well, okay, this is not all that you're working on, though. You're a full studio. What else do you have going on in your wheelhouse right now?
Yeah, so things have been pretty crazy for us since we opened up the studio here in New Orleans. We started off and it was just me and one guy, and over the course of the next 3 months, I had 5 or 6 guys from the office out there in Newport Beach, our headquarters, make the move out here. And then
and thank you. We love having you here. It's so awesome to have that. Look, the East Coast and West Coast have owned all the cool stuff for entirely too long. All right.
When can we come over again and do the thing we can't talk about? Or can we talk about it yet?
Not yet.
God dang it!
I believe he's referring to our super top secret unannounced VR project.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That will be a different radio show.
Dang it. Okay.
But yeah, so since my last visit here, we've ramped up to 26 guys in the building here in New Orleans. So we're also very excited about what's going on in technology in this area, and the guys at High Voltage with their studio downtown, they're doing great things, and hopefully there's going to be news soon of other studios making the move as well. We really want to see more of that.
Cool.
More of that develop.
All right, well, Matt, thank you so much for coming in. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. Where can we go again? Where's the investment and all that stuff?
Yeah, you can find out every piece of information you could ever possibly need in a couple of entertaining videos at fig.co, fig.co.
That's cool. All right, guys, stay tuned. When we get back from this break, we'll have Top Nerd News and This Week in Geek History all crammed into one.
Yeah.
Race for the finish line.
As always.
Guys, you're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
Carl just used TrueCar to buy a used car in Philadelphia, and now he's feeling confident.
That building is where George Washington wrote the Constitution. Oh, there's the Liberty Bell, cracked when Benjamin Franklin rang it too hard. What?
He's so confident because he was able to get all the pricing information he needed from TrueCar. Carl then worked with a TrueCar certified dealer and received a nice discount off the list price.
Oh, look, the stadium where the Eagles play. World champs. Oh, boy.
When you're ready to buy a new or used car, visit TrueCar.com or download the TrueCar app.
Top appliance brands like GE, Samsung, and LG have a new home. JCPenney now sells major appliances in select stores and at jcp.com/appliances. From washing machines and dryers to refrigerators and more. Save up to 30%. Plus, get 30-month special financing on purchases of $7.99 or more after discounts with your JCPenney credit card. Get free delivery and basic installation on purchases over $2.99. That's getting your pennies worth. JCPenney. Subject to credit approval. Must request at time of purchase. See store associate for details. Available in select stores. Financing terms valid 9/25 to 10/10.
As a small business owner, you make every dollar count. So what could you do with $10? Go to Vistaprint.com today and you'll get 500 high-quality custom business cards for only $9.99. That's less than 2 cents per card. And at Vistaprint, your satisfaction is absolutely guaranteed. So it's never been easier to turn 500 strangers into connections. Just visit Vistaprint.com and use promo code 5151 at checkout. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code 5151.
Tubby & Coos, Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton, just off Orleans and Carrollton. Books,
board games, and geeky t-shirts. Find them on the web at tubbyandcoos.com and sign up for their geekly newsletter. Tubby and Coos, more than books.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you. Kasha's Bazaar, located at 5727 Jesson Highway, across from Red, White, and Blue. Geeky collectibles and more. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Kasha's Bazaar. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jesson Highway, the Unflea Market.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway. 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
This is the Week in Geek.
Hail to the king, baby.
On Fox Sports 1280.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
Well, that's just what we call pillow talk, baby.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to the Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with...
Well, D Squared. Hey, it would help if I turn my mic on, huh? Dun, dun, dun. All right, you know what, Brian? We need to get into this thing, man.
Yep.
The intro's on. Be quiet. And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by Kasha's Bazaar at 5727 Jefferson Highway. And now, your top nerd news stories. All right, dealer's choice. What's first?
We have to talk about Luke Cage.
Yes, we do.
Luke Cage broke the internet, man.
It did. It broke the internet, man.
Dude, it has been super cool. So, are you caught up?
No, I'm on about episode 5, I think, or 6.
All right.
Yeah,
no.
I just got the his creation story, his origin story.
Yeah. No, I got back from the con on Sunday.
Right.
I was just dead dog tired. I'm like, I have to watch this. And
Must watch.
So I knocked out about 3 episodes there, and then over the next few days.
I think it was episode 4 or 5 where they do the origin story. They put him in. I don't want to give anything away, but he had this little thing on his head. I'm going, that really looks like the original Luke Cage costume. And then, he steals some clothes off a line, and he steals this ugly yellow shirt.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, wait a minute. And sure enough, he looks in the mirror and he's like, you look stupid. And he takes it off. I'm like, I was right.
Yeah, no, that was well done. And I mean, I'm just loving this whole series. I mean, it's definitely a great another addition to the Marvel universe and everything. Constant shout outs. There's a couple of things in there, and I really can't talk about it without giving spoilers.
Right.
A couple of ways that I was a little disappointed in that I think they could have even tied it more into the Marvel universe. Right.
Yeah, but I'm sure that stuff's coming, because I bet they probably just want to lay down his universe or his series, and then you start branching it out.
You see cops handling stuff in here. Why didn't they have any SHIELD agents? Maybe even as an advisor, kind of roll in and kind of help out. You know?
I don't think they're there yet. I mean, they're keeping them kind of separate on that score. I mean, they haven't had any SHIELD agents pop up in Daredevil in season 2.
True. True.
So stop asking for stuff.
Well,
be happy with what you get, Brian.
I'm ecstatic. I mean, it's better than all that DC stuff.
Shut up! You had to go and ruin a perfectly good conversation. But no, I mean, it really looks good. I mean, there's some grumblings out there, but I'm not going to waste my time on them.
We're going to ignore them
ridiculous.
all.
Yeah, pretty much.
Trolls, absolutely.
So,
well, speaking of DC, have you caught any DC stuff this week?
Oh, the Flash was on Tuesday night.
Flashpoint?
Flashpoint, yeah, the new Flash series just started on CW, or the new season. And it's pretty cool. I mean, they only did 1 episode of it, and they went and changed the timeline again. But of course, as always, when you mess with time, nothing comes back the way it's supposed to be. So there's a bunch of little differences. So I guess it's gonna. They're not rebooting the series. It's just one of those things where he's got to figure it all out. So I mean, it's the Flash. I love it. It's a fun little series. You don't take it too seriously. Just go in there, enjoy yourself, and get out.
All right. You want to cover it. It's on this note list. All right. Just go ahead and get it out.
Oh, that your stupid androids are blowing planes up and blowing up cars and blowing up everything else, and now it's a weapon in GTA?
Yeah. That's...
You and your stupid Samsungs.
So, the Galaxy Note 7, right, had a factory defect, and most of those
exploded.
Right, of course, you set that up all for that.
I did.
You know, they most should have been recalled at this point, right?
They just had another news story come across the wire this morning. This guy was on a plane and had just gotten a replacement from Samsung, and it blew up.
Really?
Yes.
I'll have to go check the sources on that article.
It's true.
And it exploded.
It did. We used it this morning on the morning news.
So now it's a sticky bomb in Grand Theft Auto 5.
See, life imitating art, as always.
Oh, geez.
It just makes it more realistic.
Yeah.
When phones actually, murder people in ground planes.
How much time we got?
I don't know. I'm not looking at the clock.
All right. Well, I just want to make sure we got enough time for this week in Geek History.
Yeah, we got enough time. What do you want? You want to talk about anything else? I mean, that's really Luke Cage broke the internet, and that was down for a good 2 hours. Nobody could do it. And they put up, I liked how they responded, where they put out the little swear jar from the series. It's like, because everybody was cussing up a storm.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, put that there.
Yeah.
So I know. I mean, that was pretty much the big nerd news over the weekend.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, so you ready to do This Week in Geek History?
Yeah, I suppose. This Week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future! Yes! Oh my gosh!
This Week in Geek History is brought to you by Five Stones Media. Find them on the net at fivestonesmedia.com. This Week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
All right, sir.
All right. Educate me.
First item on my list, October 3rd, 2008. The animated Star Wars The Clone Wars, set between episodes 2 and 3 of the films, debuts on Cartoon Network.
Did you ever see the movie in the theater? Did you go see the movie?
What, the Clone Wars movie?
Yeah. I never went and saw that. I don't think I've ever seen it, truth be told.
You're talking about the film?
Yeah, the movie.
I've seen, yeah, of course.
I don't think I have.
What?
I don't think I have.
You need to turn in your geek card, sir. I mean, it was, the first 3 are kind of bad, but, Clone Wars is kind of decent. That's where all the fighting happens, man.
The cartoon one.
Oh, no, I didn't see that one.
The cartoon one. I'm going to punch you in the freaking Jimmy.
I asked you if it was a film. You said
no, it was a film. It was released on the big screen, but it was a cartoon before the TV cartoon came out.
No, the TV.
Well, because Randy Wallace, my boy Randy, he saw it. He brought his kids, and he was just like, yeah, it was bad. So I just didn't go see it.
Okay. So, no, that's cool. No, I mean, I love the series. It was great,
Come on.
What?
God. Moving on.
Moving on. Here's an old one. October 4th, 1582. Pope Gregory XIII implements the Gregorian calendar, and that's the calendar we use every day.
It is? Oh, no, wrong one. Oh, well, now the
joke's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
That was kind of funny, though. I tell you.
I get all these Spanish guys confused on my hotkeys.
What's next? Let's see. Let's try October 8th, 1993. Starring Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock, Nigel Hawthorne.
Demolition Man!
There you go.
Taco Bell. I want Taco Bell after this.
Enhance your calm, John Spartan.
You don't know how to use the seashells.
I love that movie. It's fantastic. I watch it all the time.
It is good, man. It comes on CMT all the time, the country station. I mean, the country channel.
Okay.
All the time.
Last item, real quick, October 9th, 1999. The Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird takes its final flight.
Ooh, didn't Cobra and G.I. Joe Cobra have like that a plane? It was a Blackbird. It was just like that.
Yeah,
I had the toy.
Did you?
I did.
It was probably
I still
the one.
have it.
Hey, quick shout out to the 788th out there. Their first convention was this past weekend. So if you're a G.I. Joe or a Cobra cosplayer or fan of that, you want to get into it, we have a local group now in New Orleans.
And I thought about wearing my Cobra costume on Sunday, but I'm glad I didn't, because when I showed up, they were all a bunch of dirty Joes.
Yeah, that's true.
A bunch of dirty Joes.
Well, they needed somebody to combat them, right? You should have showed up.
Split personality stuff. I don't know. I don't get it.
All right, you ready for some birthdays?
No. I'm just messing with you.
Okay. On the 3rd, Clive Owen. From Sin City, Inside Man, Closer, Children of Men.
Dude, Shoot 'em Up. Did you ever see that movie, Shoot 'em Up?
No.
Oh, the whole reason they didn't release it on time was because it came out like right after Columbine.
No.
And dude, this movie is just violent as all Get Out. I mean, It's just nothing but death and bullets and just mayhem and murder. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go watch it now.
All right. On the 4th, Susan Sarandon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. On the 5th, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, that's the man.
Oh,
that's the man.
He is. On the 6th, David Brin. He's the author of Sundriver, Startide Rising, The Uplift War, but a bunch of popular sci-fi novels.
Books?
Yes.
Books.
On the 8th, Sigourney Weaver.
Let go of her, you bleep.
Yeah. And on the 9th, Scott Bakula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After Quantum Leap, he should have died.
Well.
He just should have died.
Oh, well.
Him and Enterprise.
I
hold against him.
Enterprise.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, it was better than Voyager.
I like the opening. The first episode was great.
Yeah.
When they had to like oil each other down to make sure the microbes were gone. It's true. All right, Brian, where are we going this weekend?
Guys, we're going to be at Louisiana Comic-Con in Lafayette, Louisiana at the Cajun Dome.
Dome.
All weekend long hanging out. Guys, come see us. We're going to be moving around, checking that stuff out, trying to get some interviews. But guys, check it out. Louisiana Comic-Con, Lafayette.com for all the information, tickets, all that good stuff. It's going to be a blast. So, where are we at? Anything else?
No. Fig.co. Fig.co.
Yes, for the Wasteland 3 crowdsourcing campaign. These guys are almost funded. Go ahead and push them right over the edge. Get them right in there. We're 89%.
Yeah, because we need to take credit for it. Exactly. Any chance we can. All right, guys. This has been another exciting installment of The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. As always, check us out on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Spreaker. Need 3 more. 3 more. I held up 2 fingers. 3 more. And, the usual. Twitter at Twig Radio. Instagram's The Week in Geek. Anything else, Brian?
Come see us this weekend. That's all I got.
Yeah, Lafayette, brah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
Fox Sports 1280. WODT New Orleans, an iHeart radio station.